Hello class, now we will discuss some examples based on those rectilinear figures and their properties. Okay, so first is, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, if diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, prove that it is a rectangle. The diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, we need to prove that it is a rectangle. Okay, so for that, consider this parallelogram. This is the given parallelogram ABCD. Diagonals of a parallelogram ABCD. This is a parallelogram and the diagonals are equal. This length AC and this length BD are equal. It is given that diagonals of parallelogram are equal. Given is parallelogram ABCD and with AC is equal to BD, diagonals are equal. So now what we need to prove that this is a rectangle. So to prove it rectangle, to prove ABCD is a rectangle, we need to prove that vertex angles are 90 degree. Okay, so for that, what we will do, we will prove that triangle ABD and triangle ABC are congruent. We can prove that triangle ABD and ABC are congruent. How we can prove? We can clearly see AB is common to both the sides, both the triangles. There is a side AD which is equal to BC, and there is a side BD which is equal to AC. This is common. This is the side, opposite side of parallelogram are equal. Opposite side of parallelogram are equal. BD is equal to AC, and this is also given that diagonals are equal. So by SSS, triangles will be congruent. Which triangle I am naming it here? ABD will be congruent to triangle BAC. Okay, so from that we can clearly see that angle DAB is equal to angle CBA by CPCT. These two angles are equal, and we know that AD parallel BC. So sum of these two angles must be 90 degree, 180 degree, sorry, because these are adjacent angles of a parallelogram. So sum should be 180, and these two are equal. So what it means, each angle will be 90 degree. Okay, so now in this parallelogram, we have angle A 90 degree, angle B 90 degree. Similarly, we can prove angle C and angle D. Similarly, we can prove angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D equal to 90 degree each. So ABCD is a rectangle. Examples. This is in a parallelogram, diagonals are perpendicular. We have to show that it is a rhombus. So to prove it rhombus, we have to prove that its adjacent sides are equal. Now suppose this is the parallelogram. This is the parallelogram ABCD, and the diagonals are perpendicular. Show that it is a rhombus. We need to prove that this is a rhombus. To prove it rhombus, what we should prove? We should prove that all the sides are equal. AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. Okay, and it is given that AB is equal to CD and BC is equal to AD, because ABCD is a parallelogram, and angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. All these angles are 90 degree. AOB, this point is O. AOB, DOC, BOC and AOD all are 90 degree. So to prove this, we need to prove that triangle OAB and OBC are congruent or not. If they are congruent, then by CPCT we can have AB equal to BC. We can choose these two triangles also. We can choose these two, any two triangles you can take which are adjacent triangles. Okay. So in triangle OAB and OBC, in triangle OAB, we know that this ABCD is a parallelogram and diagonals bisect each other. So we can say that OA should be equal to OC because diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other. In case of a parallelogram, diagonal bisect each other. Similarly, we can have this as side OB is equal to OB common to both the triangles. OB is common to these two triangles. These two lengths are equal, and we know that angle AOB is equal to angle BOC is equal to 90 degree each. This is given to us. So both the triangles are congruent by SAS. So triangle AOB will be congruent to triangle COB by side angle side. Okay. So both the triangles are congruent by side angle side, and by CPCT we can see that AB will be equal to BC by CPCT. So if AB and BC are equal, we know that AB and DC were equal because opposite sides of parallelogram are equal. We know that BC was equal to AD. So this implies all the sides are equal. AB, BC, CD and DA are equal. So if all the sides are equal, then the given figure is a rhombus. Okay. Next, these two examples. This is a parallelogram in which opposite angles are this, and we know that opposite angles should be equal. So to solve this, we must put these two equations equal. So now we can solve it to find the value of x. Similarly here, these three angles are given. This is a parallelogram. So clearly we can see that this sum should be equal to 180 degree because this is the angle sum property of a triangle, and we can find out A will be how much? 180 divided by 12, and it will be 15. So 15 is the A. So we know that this angle is how much? 75. Okay, if this is 75, then this angle will be, obviously this will also be 75. And how much will be this? 105. Why? Because sum of these two should be 180. So clearly this angle is also 105. Okay. Now this one, in this AB is given as 3 cm, AC is 5.8, BD is 4.2. We need to find out perimeter of triangle OAB. We need to find out perimeter of triangle OAB, and we know that perimeter is the sum of all sides. So now listen, AC is 5.8. So AO will be AC by 2 because diagonals bisect each other. So AO will be AC by 2, and BD will also be BO will also be BD by 2. So clearly we can have AO is equal to 5.8 divided by 2. That will be equal to 2.9 centimeter. OB will be half of 4.2. That will be 2.1. So clearly perimeter will be OA plus OB plus AB. So now we can add 1, 2, 3, these three sides now to get the value of. Example, ABCD is a square, and we need to find out these AB and reflex of angle BED. ABCD is a square, and this triangle BEC is equilateral. This ABCD is a square and triangle BEC is equilateral. We need to find out angle A, angle B and reflex of BED. Now in this triangle, this is equilateral, so each angle is 60 degree. So these angles are 60 degree. And ABCD is a square, so this complete angle C should be 90 degree. So this remaining part will be 30 degree. Remaining part will be 30 degree. So now consider this triangle DCE. Consider this triangle DCE. Now we know that EC is equal to BC. EC is equal to BC because BEC is equilateral triangle. If EC is equal to BC and BC is also equal to DC, BC is equal to DC because these are the sides of the square. So it means this EC is also equal to DC. EC is also equal to DC. So if these two are equal and this angle is B, so this is an isosceles triangle. DCE is an isosceles triangle. So this angle will also be equal to B. This angle EDC will also be equal to B. Now we can find angle B by using angle sum property in triangle DEC. In triangle DEC we can apply angle sum property. So we can find out B. B will be how much? 75. So if B is 75, we know that A and B, sum of angle A and B should be 90 degree. Because this is the vertex angle are 90 degree in case of square. So A will be 15 degree. So A will be 15 degree. So A is 15, B is 75. Now we need reflex of BED. First we find out this BED. Now this is B and this is 60. So angle BED is equal to how much? 60 plus 75. So this is 135. So angle BED is 135. So reflex of BED will be this 360 minus 135. Reflex will be 360 minus 135. So this is how much? 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So this is 225 degree. How we know that this reflex? Because reflex angle is greater than 180 degree. So BED was 135. So reflex of it will be 225. Because we also know that angle plus its reflex is equal to 360 degree. We know that angle and its reflex should be 360. So angle is BED 135. So reflex should be 360 minus 135. Okay. So this was the first. Next we have this, in which ABCD is a rectangle and we need to find out angles of triangle AOD, and this angle is 140. So now clearly if this is 140, this angle should be 40 degree because these two are forming a linear pair DBE. Okay, DBE means angle 1. Suppose this is angle 1. Okay, so angle 1 plus 140 should be equal to 180. So angle 1 is 40 degree. So if angle 1 is 40, we know that OB, OA, OC and OD all are equal in case of rectangle because diagonals are equal and they bisect each other. So if this part is 40, this part is also 40, and if this is 40, then this angle, suppose 2 plus 40 must be 90 degree because this is the vertex angle of the rectangle. So angle 2 must be 50 degree. If this part is 50 and we know that OA and OD are same, so this becomes isosceles. So this angle will also be 50 degree. And if these two angles are 50-50 in triangle AOD, by angle sum property we can find out angle AOD because sum of all these angles should be 180. So this is how much? This will be 80 degree. Okay. Next we have a problem based on isosceles trapezium. This is an isosceles trapezium. We need to find KXN and MLN. Two angles we need to find. So this is KXN and this is MLN. Now in case of isosceles trapezium, we know that triangle NKL and this KLM will be congruent. How? Because NK is equal to ML because this is given as the triangle is isosceles, and we know that KL is equal to KL common to both the triangles, and we know that angle NKL is equal to angle MLK, because these are the base angles, and base angles of a isosceles trapezium are equal. So these are equal. So triangle NKL should be congruent to MKL. NKL and MKL are congruent by side angle side criteria. If these two are equal, so we can clearly see that angle N from this triangle will be equal to angle M from this triangle. So if this is 25, this angle should be 25. Okay. So now we have angle NML is equal to 55 degree. If NML is 55 degree, this KNM should also be 55 degree, because base angles are equal in case of isosceles trapezium. Base angles are equal, so it means this remaining part must be 30 degree, and if this is 30, this is 30, so clearly angle KXN will be equal to 60 degree by exterior angle property. In triangle NMX we can say this part is exterior angle, so it will be sum of the opposite two angles, so this is 60. If this part is 60, we know that this part will also be 60, because these are vertically opposite. So MXL will be 60 degree, because these are vertically opposite angles. And now by angle sum property in triangle MXL, by angle sum property we can find out MLN. Okay, so MLN will be 95 degree. So we have to find MLN, which is 95. KXN we have got 60 degree. Okay, so what are the which properties we have used? That these two sides are equal, so these two triangles will be congruent, and if they are congruent, then these parts will also be equal. So we have got all the values. Okay, so last in this is based on this kite. This ABCD is a kite. ABCD is a kite, and these are the two angles given to us, and we need to find out these three parts. So first is angle ABC. A part is angle ABC. In case of kite, we know that these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. So clearly angle ABC will be twice of angle DBC. So this is 2 into 20, that is 40 degree. Okay. What is angle ADC? ADC. Forgot this line DO. Now triangle DAC is isosceles. Triangle DAC is isosceles triangle, because these two are equal, because this was kite, ABCD is a kite. These two are equal. So if this is 35, this is also 35. Okay. So we can find out angle ADC, and that will be equal to 110. How we have got this? By applying angle sum property in triangle DAC. We can get it by applying angle sum property. This is 35, this is 35, so sum is 70. So this angle is left. So this is how much? 110. So ADC is 110. Now we need BAD. Where is BAD? This BAD we need. So in case of BAD, we know that this angle is 20 degree, because these two are equal, and we know that this whole part is 110, and this diagonal bisect these vertex angles, so this is 55. So we can apply angle sum property in triangle ADC, and we can find, and we can apply angle sum property in triangle ADB, and we will have angle BAD is equal to 180 minus 55 plus 20, that is 75, and it will be 105. Okay. So these were the examples based on the various properties of rectilinear figures. I hope you will like the video. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.